Welcome to the fall semester of 2022 for Humanities. I am recording this video showing the shell for the Humanities 1301 CON03 section. This is also going to be posted for the Humanities 1301 CON04 section. Each are the same course setup, two different sections, but everything in each one is the same. So what I'm showing you here for one section is good for the other. I am your instructor, James Reed. You'll see that name and details often because one thing about Canvas, they like us to repeat everything at different places. My office is located in Athens, in the Gibbs building, the academic building, A230. My phone number is 903-675-6312. Office hours show here is 2 to 3, Monday through Thursday, but I'm actually in the office at other times. For instance, Monday and Wednesdays I finish up with classes a little after 12, and so I go up to the office, and I'm there usually by 12:15 at the latest, and I stay there usually until 3:30. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm actually in the office early, around 8:30 till about 10:30. Then I have class, and then I come back, and I'm in the office usually sometime a little after 1:30, and I stay for a couple of hours till 3:30. So I'm there at different times. I just put 2 to 3 so you'll know there's a dedicated time that you can count that I will be in the office, and you can contact me if you need to at that time. That I will definitely be in the office. The course is an introduction to different aspects. Or the textbook we're using is Culture and Values, the 10th edition. It is a book that is included when you registered. We are using inclusive access, but there's an issue because there's a study guide attached to it called MindTap, which provides additional material. The MindTap and the ebook then cannot be loaded into inclusive access vital source. So I have another link for you, and I'll show you that in just a moment. You'll see the modules are over here. You'll also see a link for the syllabus, which is very useful. When you click on it, you do have a link to the syllabus that you can click on. You also have a layout of the semester or summary, all the different assignments that are due and when they are due. And so you'll see all those laid out for you. And you'll see that each one is set up with a due date and also with a time that is due. You'll also see the breakdown, the daily assignments, which are the reading quizzes, 20% of your grade. You have the one major essay, it's for 15% of your grade. And then the 3 exams are 65% of your grade. So that's a very useful tab because it shows each one that you need to do. You will see the student success agreement. We're going to look at that in just a moment. This is really the first thing that you need to do. So when you go here to the modules, there for just a moment as it opens, you'll see the student success agreement at the top. All you have to do for it is click on it. It is a slightly graded quiz. And it consists of a very simple process where you simply have to click this one little circle here and then submit the quiz for it to activate. And you'll see that that student success agreement is important because it acknowledges that you have started the course, that you're participating in the course. It allows us to, on census day, to acknowledge that you have, of course, committed yourself to attending. And that's necessary. So that's the first thing you need to make sure you do. You will see the inclusive access here. But unfortunately, as I said, because of the connection with MindTap, the ebook does not load here. And you'll see this one. And you'll notice there's no button to push to open up the textbook because it has MindTap attached. But when you go back to the modules, you will see that under textbook and materials, the Cengage MindTap is activated, you click here, and then you load it into a new shell, and it should sign you in. Now, the first time that you click on that, you will be asked to register with Cengage. You'll have to set up your account. Once your account is set up, after that time, whenever you click on that link that I just showed you, you should not have to sign in again. And this shows you the textbook, which is divided into 20 chapters, and it's all chronologically oriented. So that's what you have there. As you go through the modules, I do have them set up according to different units by chapter. When you go to the Start Here module, you'll see some details, some information. You'll see about the course schedule that's set up. That's interesting for you to look at. It's needed for you to follow. You'll also see the Start Here quiz, which is designed just to give you practice in taking quizzes in Canvas modules. So when you click on the modules again, you will see, and let me close the Start Here module. You'll see that each one of the units is set up with 1 or 2 chapters at a time. You'll see that Unit 2 has chapters 2 and 3 because there's part 1 and 2. And these are set up chronologically. There's always an overview. They have a chapter in the textbook simply called the Arts, sometimes referred to as Chapter 0. But for the overviews for each of the units, I give you some details that you'll run into as you read. I'll also give you some additional details that you may not see in the book. I'll point out what you're expected to learn as you go through that particular unit. I also have links to the flashcards. Again, when you click on this, it simply takes you to Cengage, to the flashcards. And these are just designed to help you study some of the terms that you can see, and you can flip the card just by clicking on it. And then you go next card and do the same situation. And so in this one I have those, and it tells you what the reading will be, what's required. You'll see the reading assignments, chapter 1, the reading quiz that you're expected as a required assignment. So as you go through the module, you'll have these details here with the slide presentation. These are PowerPoints from each of the chapters. And so it's loaded in there. You just have to give it a moment for it to load. And there's the PowerPoint, and you go through it. It basically takes the images from the particular chapter and puts them out there with a little discussion, a little commentary about each one. So as you go through, you'll have some of those due. You'll have the link to the reading here. And it just tells you what you need to go read to open that. You, of course, will go to the textbook here at Cengage and click on this to open up that. And then simply, again, once more, open up that Cengage tab. And you'll see, again, the chapters will open. When you do open up this, you'll also see, when you open this particular chapter, see the reading. They also have the link to the flashcards. And then there are also some little quizzes you can look at. These are not for grades or nothing set up for a grade. It's just additional practice if you want to do those, and you do not have to. But this is the chapter, and each of the chapters set up in each of those ways. Again, as you go through each of the units, I'm going to collapse all of them right now. As you go through each of the units, they're all set up the same way. Unit 2, again, has an overview with details from the book or about this particular section of the book. And also has some additional details about areas that you can think of, what you're expected to learn. And again, the other details, for instance, this one I have a little bit more about the Sumerians and the Epic of Gilgamesh here, with optional readings and flashcards again, what the required assignments may be, and you'll see that those are listed in that way. When you look at this again, you will see there's a reading quiz over chapters 2 and 3. So I also have additional details, a little bit more. For instance, about ancient Egypt, which is mentioned in these particular chapters. I have additional details for you that you can look at. There's a video, there's some articles, there's another video. So I try to give you some details that the book may mention but not go into detail about, or that the book just simply did not have the room to cover. So I have that for you set up, and that goes for all the units all the way through. Now when you get to Unit 5, Chapter 6, and you click on the overview, it will show you that under the requirements, you'll have a discussion. You'll see some other details here about the restriction, the details of that part. But in the module itself, you'll see that I have a link to your first major exam. And you click on this, tell you some detail, and then you click on this part and it opens up the exam. And so it is due at this time. So you have those details for you as well. So each of the units are set up in this way. Try to close that again. And so all the units are set up accordingly. Again, supplemental material for each of the units. If there is an assignment for grading, it'll show the readings and then the assignment itself. For instance, in chapter 8, unit 6, you have a reading quiz set up. So all these are listed for you. They're all possible for you to follow through just in that way. As you complete a particular unit, the next one will then be available for you to start. I do have it set up that way. So again, as you're going through the details, it just follows the units in that order. The book itself is chronologically set up as it discusses key issues and points. So if you do have any issues, just please let me know. In accessing the textbook, I do have an announcement here about that. The textbook access, so you should be able to get that open and look at it. It is our textbook, Culture and Values, the 10th edition. It is included through inclusive access. You can opt out of that if you want to, but if you opt out, you will need to purchase the textbook separately. You will need to register with Cengage when you first access it. I suggest you just use your TB60 email and password as you do with Canvas to set up your account. When you go to that, it'll ask you to do that, and then it should access the textbook for you. If you do have any issues, you may need a course key. So I have the course key for each of the courses here for you. And if you have further issue, contact Cengage support. The course key for CON03 is here with the other course, CON04. You have a separate course key, and it's set up for you also. So again, this is how the course is set up. I am looking forward to a good semester. I will be posting lectures throughout the semester, and I'll always notify you when those lectures are posted. So I'm looking forward to a good semester. Again, if you have any issues with Cengage accessing the textbook, contact Cengage support. That's the best bet for you. You can, again, probably use the course key if you need to register that first time. So I'm looking forward to a good semester, and I hope that you will enjoy studying the humanities.